Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the Cowboy Bebop role-playing game Corebook. If you haven't seen part 1 of my review featuring this tabletop RPG based on the cult classic sci-fi series, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about the rules. Just like many other tabletop RPGs, there is a game master, in this case, the Big Shot. The Big Shot is in charge of the setting, the environment, and every character other than those controlled by bounty hunters. The players are going to be the bounty hunters, of course, and you have the bounty. This could be the objective of a session or perhaps of an entire campaign or campaign arc. To play this RPG, you need some 6-sided dice. Usually 9 dice are enough to make your dice pool. You'll also need something to write on. Pen and paper, electronic devices if you wish. Anything will do if you are comfortable with it. You can print or photocopy the character sheet from this book or Mana Project Studio's website. The game is organized in sessions, which are similar to episodes of an anime or a TV serial. This role-playing game attempts to represent the sort of situations that you would see in the Cowboy Bebop anime series. Each one is about the characters hunting a bounty, finding out something about the bounty and about themselves, in a tale filled with action and wonder, fights and dialogues, introspection and chases. Each session takes about 1 to 2 hours. That's perfect in my opinion. Each session is divided into 3 tabs. Each one is related to a particular section of your adventure. A scene from the episode you are starring in. The characters have a main objective to achieve, maybe some secondary ones, and for sure some dangers to avoid. As you play, each tab gives the players more abilities to use to make sure things go their way. To achieve their goals, bounty hunters take turns deciding how their characters act and determining the outcome with tests. Tests reward 2 game currencies: hits, handled by the bounty hunter who made the test, and shocks, handled by the Big Shot. Spending hits will bring the characters closer to their objectives, and spending shocks brings them closer to danger. Each bounty hunter has control over the actions of a character, one of the members of the crew of a big spaceship, the group's mothership. Each bounty hunter has a character sheet with data about their character, a list of traits describing how the character looks, acts, and does things, and a memory, a short sentence that broadly frames what the character's story is about. During a tab, a bounty hunter uses these traits to move the adventure forward, narrating what the group sees and making tests to find out what happens as they face major challenges. The Big Shot has control over the actions of the rest of the fictional world, and in particular it's their role to decide what the bounty does. The bounty is the main antagonist of the session. They are the person that the bounty hunters are hunting down. In every case, the bounty has a secret. The bounty hunters can't capture the bounty until they discover the secret. Each secret, described later on in this book, involves something that lets the bounty escape them every time, until the group knows more about them. Once the secret is revealed, the bounty hunters should act on what they know, though they don't always have to turn the bounty in. The characters can keep hunting, switching sides to help the bounty get their way, or just step aside. The choice will reveal something about them. Each player has access to a special resource which they can spend to influence the action. The bounty hunters have rhythm, and the Big Shot has risk. Each tab gives players access to different ways to spend them, and both are gone at the end of the session, so remember to use them all. There's no point leaving anything in the tank after the final showdown. The bounty hunter's characters and the bounty all have a special ability, their group. This ability lets them break some of the usual game rules, which means each session has variety and a different feeling based on what the bounty can do. You'll find a complete list of groups for characters in a later section of this rulebook. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about tests. I really like how this represents the feeling, the general flavor of Cowboy Bebop, the anime series. This is all about the characters discovering things about themselves, solving problems, and coming to terms with their dark pasts. all with a jazzy attitude. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.